Hi, I'm Sean. I was raised in Honolulu, Hawaii. I came to Singapore in 1989 for my research project and was planning to stay for only 2 years. It's now been 32.
My name is Yok Ming. Prior to my retirement earlier this year, I led the rental housing department in HDB.
Hi, my name is Mardiana. I'm currently working in the rental housing department.
I'm Kenneth Lu. I was a board member of BCA.
My name is Qian Xiaodong. I'm the Chief Analytics Officer at FairPrice.
I'm Yen Hun Ping, the CEO of the Supply Chain Business Unit of the FairPrice Group.
I'm Kwek See Tiat. I've been Council President of CA since 2016.
When COVID-19 hit our shores, my department was tasked to manage the stay-home notice operations for returning Singaporeans and travellers. Given the urgency of the situation, my colleagues and I had to set up a call centre within 24 hours.
It was a very busy period for all of us at the rental housing department. For example, there were cases where Singaporeans were affected by renovations, suspension due to COVID-19, and urgently needed a place to stay at. Mrs. Fu and I had to work fast so that these affected Singaporeans have a roof over their heads.
Because of travel restrictions, many of us are rediscovering nature at home. Visitorship at our parks, gardens, and nature reserves have increased significantly as we turn to nature spots in our own backyards.
Having been in the built environment industry for almost 30 years, I've seen the sector go through many phases of disruption and changes. But with COVID-19, the impact on our industry is unprecedented.
During the circuit breaker period last year, non-essential activities such as physical viewing of properties and face-to-face marketing had to be suspended.
We collaborated with URA on Space Out, so public can receive timely update of crowd level at our stores, so they can decide where to go and when to go to do their grocery and essential shopping.
If there's one word to describe the biggest challenge we faced during this period, it would be uncertainty. Things looked bleak and we didn't know when the dark clouds would eventually pass.
We had to field many questions from overseas Singaporeans who were frantically calling us to ask about their housing arrangements when they return home.
With COVID, many of our guided walks and face-to-face engagements had to be put on hold. I was afraid it might be harder to connect with fellow nature lovers and continue our work protecting our green spaces.
Throughout the pandemic, we've had to be nimble and responsive. Thankfully, the foundation had already been laid before COVID-19 struck. The Real Estate Industry Transformation Map was launched in 2018 with the intention of transforming the real estate industry into a professional, productive and technology-enabled workforce.
I assembled a small team of business analysts and data engineers. So the team jumped to work straight away, while at the same time working with URA on the API.
I personally thought that the Space Out app was very useful because it allowed us to monitor potential crowding and therefore potential stock out, and we were able to respond and make quick decisions to support the entire supply chain system.
To support the recovery of the built environment sector, BCA rolled out a series of webinars. I was involved as a panel member for many of these sessions where we discussed our key concerns including construction restart, manpower planning, and business continuity.
I was very moved when I saw our colleagues from all over HDB volunteering to staff the call centre. We were all united by a sense of purpose because we knew that this was a battle we had to fight for Singapore.
Things like that remind me of how important it is to support one another, especially during such difficult times.
Thanks to technology, many of NParks' volunteer programs and initiatives, and those of the whole conservation community, could continue online. I also had the pleasure, privilege really, of bringing people on a virtual tour of Bukit Timah Nature Reserve and introducing them to the wonders of a forest that I love so much. I was so glad to see so many Singaporeans participating in all these virtual initiatives. It speaks volumes about how much people value our green spaces and biodiversity.
Property agencies and agents have been quick to adapt to the new normal, incorporating technology in their processes, switching from on-site physical viewings to virtual viewings, and using more digital marketing.
Over the decades, I've seen Singapore bounce back stronger with every crisis.
And when we come together, we become even more resilient.
COVID-19 has indeed been a very challenging time for all of us in Singapore, but it has also created a golden opportunity, and through it all, we can indeed become stronger together.
It's so encouraging to see Singaporeans reaching out to find out more about how they can contribute towards transforming our city into a city in nature.
We've always worked closely with our industry partners and other stakeholders on the challenges faced and turn crises into opportunities. I'm very excited to witness CA and the industry's continued growth and transformation in the next 10 years and beyond.
I have faith that we'll be able to recalibrate and emerge stronger from this pandemic. It may be a long road ahead, but we will be walking it together as one nation.